Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a chance to see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings as they match up with the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Godden. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people, but I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees and the Saints heading out here to take over. Brees coming off another incredible season in 2018, set the all-time record for completion percentage in a single season, 74.4%. In fact, we can go ahead and just call that the Drew Brees category. He holds 4 of the top 5 best seasons percentage-wise in NFL history.
Ready, 95-56. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brees. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Ready, 5-9. Right there, 54 Mike.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
The steal in the 2017 NFL Draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Split time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing and receiving. Expect his rushing numbers to take a big leap in 2019.
On 2nd and 9, Brees. That'll be complete to Cook. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
Breeze going to throw. His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
When the Vikings defense takes the field, my eyes automatically go to number 22, Harrison Smith, because he's going to show up wherever the football is. And the Vikings use him all over the place. Close to the line of scrimmage, back deep in coverage, you name it, he does it. But I think what gives him the most joy, putting a big shot on a running back. They don't call him the hitman for nothing.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason. But here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Vikings under 6-year head coach Mike Zimmer. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
All day, baby.
That penalty is declined.
Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And running back Dalvin Cook was drafted in 2017 to be the lead runner for the Vikings, and he should love what they're putting in for him in 2019. This is a run-first, run-heavy offense as dictated by their head coach. Dalvin Cook should get more than enough carries to threaten 1,000 yards rushing this season.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
3 bucks, 3 bucks.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Linebacker Demario Davis made the move from the New York Jets to the New Orleans Saints before the 2018 season, and that move really paid off for him. Always a terrific player. Now he was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in his NFL career.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when they ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Marcus Sherrill's deep for the Saints. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check pass, check pass.
To throw, it's Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ready. 95-56, 95-56. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Toss play, Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From midfield, here's Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
I know you feel
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
You got it.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Breeze now. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I smell fear in that offense.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Here's Breeze to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Breeze now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Yellow waiting. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Dead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's go.
They go play action. Cousins going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Abdullah, and an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Here we go.
On first down, Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Here's Abdullah running right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Madison running on first down. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And as we look at his highlights, sometimes I've asked you schematically, how do you stop one player? Well, how do you stop a tight end like this without opening up other holes, partner?
You show your basic defenses, whether you're playing the 3-deep zone, the 2-deep zone, but you have your variations underneath it. So sometimes instead of the safety staying deep, the safety will drop down. A sky coverage, they call that. Sometimes the corner's responsible. You get a little, what they call a cloud, someone coming underneath. Sometimes the linebacker shows the ability to rush the passer and instead drops down and tries to get underneath the tight end as he tries to run routes. So many different things you can do from basic sets.
Trying to prevent those highlights we saw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Murray, strong running, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go back to Murray on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Bridgewater. And that's caught by Smith. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll run on 1st down. Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Aude Aruna. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Rashard Matthews there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Delay of game, offense.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On the delay, this is Abdullah, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
This quarterback now 5 of 6, very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this belongs to the Vikings.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Second and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Abdullah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Here's Matt Weil now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Bridgewater. And Matthews makes the ground. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. For one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone, you got 4 down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill 33 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 4. He'll find his receiver. That's Chad Beebe. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Let's go.
Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And his throw here is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 8, read.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Normally that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This is one of two Friday night games here in preseason week number 1, with Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh currently in the third quarter. We had 11 games last night and 3 more tomorrow night to wrap things up. Cincinnati, Kansas City, the Rams in Oakland, and the Cowboys visiting the 49ers. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a first down. On the run, Abdullah. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
2nd and 11. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This is Abdullah. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Here's Matt Wild now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Bridgewater. The open man is Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st down, it's Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here's Murray. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I'm going to hit you all day.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
55. Watch the pass. Here we go.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This is Murray. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got Smith here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Bridgewater to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready? 370, Indy.
It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Lead grip, lead grip.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Just like that.
On the carry, it's Boone. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
On 3rd down, boom, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Matt Weil now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
You better be afraid of me.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Bridgewater now. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Again, it's Murray trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
Let's go.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up, get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll run on 1st down. Boom. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's a give to Madison running right. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will get him one closer. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Teddy Bridgewater and the Saints set to take over. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run with Murray. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. Hey, 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 hey.
From the 45 on second down, Bridgewater. Complete. Smith has it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
A run, it's Murray. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go, here we go.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Saints on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, Murray. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down. Boom. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Let's go, baby.
That penalty is declined.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Murray. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater finds the open target, Arnold. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. The
defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
On first down, Murray. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
You figure down in the red zone, the play call that's going to come in, find the guy that's most susceptible, the guy that you think that you can beat. In this case, they tried to pick on the rookie, and he was actually up to the challenge.
Yes, he was. Solid job knocking that away. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle to Smith. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Boone here. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Now that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
Ready to break.
43 is the mic. Hey, 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 hey.
He'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll go with Boone. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready.
52, right 52. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Get it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
Here we go. 8 read.
You can't block me.
Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got it.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams. Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run on first down. It's Murray. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now a give. This is Murray. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kick. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He's going to field this at the 4. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now out comes Minnesota. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Madison. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Second and 13. And this complete to Mitchell. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second and 1. It's caught. Mitchell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down. Boom. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 10-2, sir.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Wes Horton. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Draw play, Madison. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Set, ready?
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Watch the run, watch the run.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I got you. I got you.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle